And welcome, everyone, Bizapalooza. I am here with just girls. If you are a Bizapalooza presenter, sponsor, welcome, and join us all. We need men. We need men. We have lots of men presenting, but we have no men present, right? With me in the room, I've got Rhonda Wall from VA Village, who's going to be one of our presenters. I've got Susan Payton from Egg Marketing and Amy Nowakowski from Ginger Snap Works. I'm Yvonne Taylor, your host and producer of Bizapalooza this year. So welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. All right. So, hey, I thought it would be really fun to kind of get some history on Bizapalooza, and probably you guys were all pretty much there in the early stages of the comment, in the early stages of the production of this event. Rhonda, did I tell you first, or did I tell Amy? I can't quite remember.
Probably me because we did it again last year. We did it last year, and then we had already planned to do it this year. So, yeah, probably me.
Right? And then I quickly, we went to an event in Orlando, and that's where I met Amy Nowakowski and recruited her to do the getting the word out and building the brand of Bizapalooza. And then Susan was involved in really helping promote the brand, and she's actually been an awesome, awesome supporter this year, looking for sponsors and really pushing the event. So, hey, Amy, do you remember our first conversation about what the whole Bizapalooza thing was about?
Oh my God, we've had so many conversations about it. I don't know if I remember the first one.
Well, you were really excited about it, you know? Yeah,
Well, it's just an awesome concept. You know, it's how to rock your small business. You know, your whole thing is like a small business dies every 8 minutes or something like that, right? That's a startling statistic. I don't want to be one of those small businesses. So if I can get all the information in one fun, super valuable place that I need, really rock my business and take it to the next level and make sure I'm not one of those 8 businesses that's going to go out of business, I'm totally all about that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I guess I should tell you guys how we did it. It was really a ridiculous. It was one of those moments, right? So it was a Sunday morning. I'm making coffee, and suddenly, this is so weird, right? Because you know how many times have you heard people say a voice came to me? But like in my head, I just had this thought, Lollapalooza, and I'm like, it's March. There's snow on the ground, and I'm like, what does Lollapalooza have to do with anything? And then almost immediately, I had the thought Bizapalooza. And that's when it dawned on me that there were 20 million small businesses in this country, and if each of them were successful enough to hire just one more person, what kind of impact would that have on the world? And then I thought, well, geez, how do I bring together people that have great tips and strategies and can share them with other small business owners? And that's how the idea came to me. It was so lucky to have so many people really contribute. So I want to hear a little bit from Susan. Hey, Susan.
Hey.
You were one of our presenters last year. Talk a little bit about your experience and maybe a little bit about what you talked about, because you talked about like DIY PR, I think it was, or something.
I did. I don't know. You really rock when it comes to putting the whole thing together and making it really easy for us as speakers. So if you're not speaking this year, next year. She makes it really easy. It's very out of the box. Like, here's what I need from you. Do it. You're done. No big stress. No worries. So I can't tell you because you make it really. No. Last year I talked about press releases and PR. That was really fun and got some good response from the audience then. This year I'm talking about guest vlogging, and I'm really excited about that. So besides my presentation, I can't wait to see everybody else. The whole day, really good stuff.
It's going to be great. And you know, one of the things that I remember you're doing, hey, I don't even know if you remember this, Susan, but you wrote to me and you said, oh my God, are there really like 600 people in my presentation? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a really, really great response. Hey, Rhonda, James wants you to put your We want you to put your camera phone on, except that you're driving.
All right. Hi, James. You can see my face for just a moment, but I'm about to hit Charlotte, so I don't want to hit anyone else. But I'm so glad you're here and you're watching, but I have to go away. I'm sorry. You'll have to catch us on the Hangout on Friday, and you can see my smiling face then.
And, you know, that's one of the really great things that that the Bizapalooza does. Oh, there's Rhonda. She's driving. Woohoo! Rhonda's driving to Charlotte. She's going to a big event. So one of the really great things about Bizapalooza is I think it creates this community of small business experts and entrepreneurs who work really, really well together to how do I say, just bring the best tips to everybody. Right, Amy?
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by Facebook for a second. I was trying to post and get more people on this hangout with us.
Woo!
See, that's what happens when the social media guru multitasks.
That's right. And Rhonda, the statistics that Amy mentioned, right, James? So, right, the statistics that I always like to use is every 8 minutes a small business owner dies. And actually, no, I didn't mean that. A small business dies.
Are we having heart attacks now on a schedule?
This is not the presentation I was thinking I was a part of.
No. I know James is going to make some kind of smarty comment. Martin is here. So, okay. Oh, Harmada's here too. I wonder if he wants to join us. Let me see if he wants to join. But the statistics that I was actually working with Small Biz Opinions, and one of the statistics that I found out in the research is that every 8 minutes a small business dies. That means every 8 minutes, by the time we're done with this hangout, we probably, maybe like 3 or 4 small business owners have thrown in the towel on their dreams. So that blew me away. So anyway, with that, I started looking, and it was like in 2010, that number was like 700 and some thousand businesses basically threw in the towel, and that was striking to me, just absolutely striking. I did not, I was really looking for a way to bring experts together so that they can participate and share their knowledge, and people can learn something. And in last year's Bizapalooza, there were people using up the tips right there. Mm-hmm. And really making an impact.
Yeah, I think Bizapalooza was really interesting last year in that you got so many different opinions about how to market your business, how to more effectively run your business, different tools and tricks and tips that you need, and it was all stuff that you could use right now. And I think that's what set Bizapalooza apart from other things that that I had either participated in or seen. It was really like let's get it done. And let's get it done together. That's why I'm excited for Bizapalooza this year.
Awesome. Awesome. So I don't know if we're going to have any more people joining. I have people requesting invites. But I think why don't we talk a little bit about just the kinds of tips that maybe you guys can give teasers about maybe your little presentation. Amy, your presentation has been at the top of my mind. And I don't know how much of it I can share, but I really want to give people a taste about it. What is it that you want to say that's going to give people a taste and want them hearing more?
Yeah, the two things that you're going to take away from my presentation, which is called something like Myths, Lies, and Fairy Tales, how you're doing marketing wrong. So the two things you're going to walk away with is confidence that selling and marketing is actually a really natural process, and you already know how to do it. And second, this whole notion of the marketing pipeline or the marketing funnel is a complete lie. We made it up. We invented it, and then we sold it to you. Sorry about that. But I'm going to show you a more effective way for you to utilize the concept of the marketing funnel. I'm going to tell you why it doesn't work for you, why you need to toss it out and recreate that whole process for yourself, and it's going to be super easy.
Love that. Love the funnel. Hey, Susan, want to give us a preview on yours?
Well, if you can stand to get more exposure online, and I'm guessing you probably can, I'm going to show you how you can do that with guest blogging. So I've used these strategies to blog for sites like small business and the board. So I've got quick tips and secrets I'm going to share to help anybody find the right blogs to contribute to get more traffic back to their website.
Ooh. And I know Rhonda's got a very, very special advice she's got for everyone, because every small business owner struggles with delegation, right?
Right, exactly. So, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we'll be quiet.
So, yeah, I'm going to tell you guys how you can create freedom to focus on what you do best by giving you tips on clearing your to-do list today so that you have more time to focus on the reason you actually got into business and what you really enjoy doing. So I'm going to show you some really simple ways that you can start clearing that to-do list so you can focus more on what you really enjoy doing in your business.
That is awesome. And I also want to share some of our other guests. We've got Steve Wilkingoff. He's on the chat. He can't join us live, but he's on the chat. Hey, Steve, maybe you can put a comment in about a teaser that I can tell the folks about what they're going to get from you. All I can tell you is, after hearing Steve, you will never, ever, ever look at the profitability of your business again. I mean, I know that one of the things I really love about his presentation is he shows you how to make your business profitable, and I cannot believe that I've actually started to really engage with the finances inside my business after talking to him. And then, along those same lines, we also actually have the folks from LivePlan and Palo Alto Software. They are awesome! And I was able, one of the new features that Palo Alto or that LivePlan has is the ability to connect your QuickBooks online to your results, so you can actually see how your business is doing. I'm really excited about that. We've got, and along the lines of measuring still, we have Stephen Lynch from results.com talks about dashboard. So there's a real theme about getting control of your business, because quite frankly, all of us are probably at the cause of our clients and customers and things that happen to us, and we're probably not making the best decisions about that. So I'm pretty excited about that. We got James Worth on, he's not on the Hangout right now, but he's in the comment room making snide comments. He's going to be one of our presenters. And one of the things that he's going to be talking about, James, correct me if I'm wrong, is I believe that he's going to be talking about rewards and feedback. And Martin wants to know if Tim Barry's going to be there. No, it's actually going to be Sabrina Parsons who's going to talk about LivePlan and how to get sleep at night and not freak out over your finances. And James is going to be talking about rewards and feedback, what doesn't work, what works. It's going to be all kinds of really good stuff. Got another awesome presenter. This is as close as I got to a rock and roll star. His name is Sean Williams, and one of the things that he talks about is talking about celebrity, CEO celebrity, which I think is really, really interesting. And I'm really concerned that I screwed up his name. But I love that topic. I think it's a really, really good one. So, hey, Amy.
Yeah?
I'll start with you. I'm actually working my way back. Amy, what is the one thing that you hope to get out of Bizapalooza this year as a watcher?
Oh, you know, I'm going to be like really super frank and honest here. I need like inspiration. It is hard going at it day after day after day when you're alone. I have team, right? I have staff members who work for me. But as a business owner, for me, like, it just takes something from you to wake up every morning and say, hey, will you give me $5,000? No. Okay, next. Right? There's so many things that you face as a business owner that's just really hard to wake up and do day after day after day. So I'm looking for, like, I need my inspiration bucket filled and overflowing right now because I'll be honest, I am tapped out.
Oh, I think you're going to get some inspiration. How about you, Susan? What are you looking for to get as just the observer?
I like those tips that, I'm not finding anywhere else. I mean, I read a ton of blog content, but I want that stuff that I would never would have found on my own. Those productivity tips, those delegation tips, profitability, whatever these experts can offer that I would have found otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you guys brought up a really good point. Some of the experts I have on here run major six-figure businesses, and what's really amazing is these people charge thousands and thousands of dollars, and we're going to have them for free. I did a little math, and I figured out that we are getting well over $100,000 worth of advice. Isn't that something?
Wow.
That's awesome. No, that's fantastic.
Right?
And, here's one of the things that I found. One of the reasons I founded Ginger Snap Works as a social media agency for small business was, like, if you're Coca-Cola, you throw $40 million at a problem and it goes away, right? But small business owners don't have that kind of money just to toss around and to solve a problem with. We've got to do it like the old school way, right? So I love the fact that, like, that's the caliber of information that you could get out of Bizapalooza. You get that $40,000 experience.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. So, and that's the other thing. I've got my list of presenters up, and we're updating the website right now. So if you get up on the website right now to register, and if it looks funky, hey, Rhonda, it's like that. Get it while it's buggy or whatever. If it looks a little funky, it's because we are
get in while it's buggy.
Gotta get in while it's buggy, right? So we are updating it right now. But you can still register. That's working perfectly fine. And you will get to hear people like Wendy Weiss. Have you guys ever heard of Wendy Weiss? She is the queen of cold calling. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Somebody's got to do it.
Right?
I hate cold calling. Someone has
I hate it too, but you know what she's got? She is going to give these tips on how to cold call in today's environment, like how to get your calls returned in the age of voicemail, right? And she's got a killer system that you are not going to believe. It's so simple. It's so easy to do. I was actually inspired to actually, like, think about making some calls.
Yeah, that might make me want to cold call. That sounds good.
Yeah, right?
Right?
And then we've got one of our, another niece who is from Publish.com. Publish.com is a super awesome webinar platform, not for giving webinars, but for social sharing of webinars and getting registered. Yeah, go. I know. I got you on that one, right, Amy?
I know. That's exciting.
It is
because,
really...
hey, here's the thing. Like, you have all this content. Now, what the heck do you do with all this content?
Right. And you know what's really great? Niece is going to share some super success secrets. I'll let you know. We used them on a Bizapalooza webinars, and I felt really good about myself because I was, like, doing it right. But he gives some really great tips to improve your webinar marketing, right? And then who has not had content like, what am I going to write today, right?
Right.
Well, we got Eli Delaney, marketing professor from Pure Marketing University, and he's going to be sharing some really great content generation ideas. So if you've ever stumped for content, you're going to want to hear him. And then we're going to have my friend Dustin Stout. I found him on Google+. He wrote a post that blew me away. Susan, you know this one, right? He wrote that post about the anatomy of the perfect Google+ post. What did you think? I know you were practicing that, right?
Well, I was looking at my analytics today, and actually that was one of the posts that got the most likes and shares, so obviously it works.
Exactly.
Oh, share it with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Well, you're going to have to tune in and watch his session. Hey, I want to post some comments that we're getting from the room here. We got Stephen Lynch. He's going to talk about his presentation, which is how we manage people isn't working. I love how people are presenting their talks. It's awesome, right? What is it? If you don't measure it, what gets measured gets done, right? So thank you, Stephen. That's really awesome. And here's James's presentation. How to gather feedback and make sense and use of the feedback you gather on the fly. Okay, feedback hacking, James, you rock. That's awesome. I love that. Love it, love it. Is that a euphemism? He's like being such a smarty pants and he doesn't want to join.
Yeah, I think that's great because, like, I have a lot of clients myself. They do a lot of surveys. They get a lot of information. But then, okay, we've got all this information. Now what in the heck do we do with it to really monetize that? So that'll be one that I'll be watching. I'll be watching you, James.
That's really great. And so then another one of our presenters is Josh Mayer. He's from a brand new startup. And, you know, one of the things I love to do at Bizapalooza is give you those, what do you call those, the up-and-comers, right? The new SARS, I guess, right? So Josh created this platform called Reengaged, right? So we've all heard of, like, RSS feed newsletters, but what his platform does is it actually sends an email not just with content that you put in there, but you can put different kinds of content in there, and your audience will ultimately teach the system about what they want to see. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, that's great.
And what's really beautiful is that it comes in an email. It's not like a mass email. It's not like a mass newsletter. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Right?
You and I just talked on No Big Whoop Marketing, our Monday morning Google Hangout, that like to make email newsletters work and be really successful, you need to hyper target people. This could be a really great solution for that.
Absolutely. And then, I mean, I love everyone that presents. This is so hard. It's like saying which of your kids do you love more, even though these are not my kids. They're just awesome presenters. I got David Newman again, right? Remember, Rhonda? Susan, have you met David? You met him in, oh, no, you didn't meet him. David Newman, do you know him, Susan?
The name is familiar, probably online.
Yeah, I love David.
Yeah.
He's a hoot.
He's a hoot. He wrote the book,
He's
Do It
smart,
Marketing, and it was our winner.
Intelligent. Yeah, he knows his stuff. He really does. And he's fun to listen to as well, so that'll be wonderful.
Yeah, he's fantastic, and he's going to give you his super, I love him because he and I always say that what we are, it doesn't make you brother and sister, whatever, two sides of the same coin. He's going to really share some ways to simplify your marketing, so I'm all about it because I'm all about simplifying your marketing. I've got also some coaches in Bizapalooza that are really going to talk about some bigger topics. And I've got Ivy Slater from Slater Success Coaching, and I really, really love the way she looks at her business. She's going to talk about how to sustain your six-figure payday, which is going to be really, really terrific. She's going to help you set goals and put systems in place to make them happen, which I really like.
Yeah, Ivy's great. I met Ivy at one of the 10K events, and she gave me some advice on something. And so I took her advice, I used it, and it worked out really great. So she's a really good person to give advice about business and organizing and all of that kind of stuff.
Yep, and then I got a special treat for everyone, because how many times have you heard people say that you need a signature talk, that you need a talk that encompasses your entire brand? Well, I have been trying to get her for the last couple of years, and I finally got her. Kristen Thompson from Speak, Serve, Grow. She specializes and has an awesome outline for structuring a signature talk that will actually make you money, and I just love that. So next time you're doing a talk, she'll help you put it together. You know, watch this session. You'll figure out how to put your talk together so that you really make money.
Yay! I know for me, you know, we've been doing these hangouts and things like that and trying to put ourselves out there, but I've been kind of winging it, so I'll be watching that too. I guess I'll be busy. I'm going to be watching everybody.
Well, you know what? Oh, I want to say something. Oh, thank you for bringing that up, Rhonda. This year I've done something different, right? I've got new systems in place, and guess what? Yes, I want you to be there. If you register, then you'll get all the content for free, right? 3 days, all the content, yours for free. But the other really good news is I've actually got last year's Bizapalooza and this year's Bizapalooza available just in case you can't make it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? So
Oh, that'll be good.
That'll be great, right? So that will be available. I'm giving it to you. If you guys knew how much it cost me to put this together and what it would really cost you to get access to this information, you would be like really sick. And I can tell you all my coaches are yelling at me. What are they saying, Rhonda? What are all the coaches saying to me about how I'm pricing this?
That you need to price it a lot higher.
I know, because it's cost
steal,
affordable.
it's a steal and it's a deal, so you better get it before she comes to her senses.
Right? So I want to share a comment from Steve Wokingoff. He says, hey, he's really stoked. He's going to crank through some cool, effective ways to drill inside your business. Absolutely. You're never going to look at your business the same way again. I promise you that. It's going to be awesome. See what other comments. Don't forget, since we all know Ivana, that makes us uber cool. Oh, for crying out loud, Steve. That's really great. And I've got lots more presenters. I definitely want to make sure that I cover everyone on the sheet so that people don't get mad at me for saying that I didn't include them. Where did I stop? Oh, I stopped at one of your favorite people, Amy.
Is that John?
It is John Ferrara from Nimble.
Oh my God! If you guys don't have Nimble, get it right this second. I'm just saying that. Nimble has really, like, I am a social media junkie, right? I am all about social media, connecting via social media, social stalking people for profit, and like really making the most out of the relationships that you build online. Nimble changed the way I see all of that, and I'm not saying that lightly.
Yeah, right, because Amy's hard to please, right? Then I got a special treat. This is another guy I couldn't get last year, but I definitely got him this year. He's got a new book out. It's John Jans from Duct Tape Marketing. You don't want to miss it. He's going to redefine how you look at sales, and he's actually going to talk about social selling too, so it's really awesome. You know, you really want to get you want to attend, you want to get access to this information because a lot of these sessions work together. It's all by design, right? We're running down to the end. I've got my friend Robert Imbriel, and I featured him in a previous telesummit that I did, but Robert has really jumped into what he's calling, quote-unquote, new media, and he's teaching brick and mortar businesses. So if you're like a massage therapist, if you're a chiropractor, a dentist, anyone who's in those kinds of professions where maybe you've got a gift shop, maybe, I don't know, but if you're a Main Street business and you don't know how to use social media and new media, this guy, I can tell you, he's got clients that have literally bailed out of this coaching program. Do you know why? Because they have too many customers and they can't make the sessions.
Wow.
Not a bad problem. That is really amazing. So you're going to definitely want to hear this. He's going to talk about the new media trend, right? I've got a friend of mine, Vanessa Simpkins. I met her at Be the Change this year, and she is going to talk about how to stand up and stand out, change what you're worth. And oh my God, I'm having this problem. I'm perpetually having this problem, undervaluing what we offer, right?
Right, definitely.
Right, and then we got Rhonda. We talked about you, and then we have our friend Jean Policastri. I've actually got lawyers on the Bizapalooza. So if you have been avoiding talking to an attorney, show up on Bizapalooza. I got an attorney for you who's going to educate you all on just the bare basics of, what's he calling it? He's saying how to get the legal advice you can't afford to have, right? So he's got some really great tips for those of us that have been avoiding attorneys.
Right, he's really down to earth too. I'm going to meet him here in Charlotte. Really down to earth guy. He puts it all in terms that everyone can understand, and he has some great ways where small businesses, small businesses can't be like corporations and have, attorneys on call to handle every little thing. And most of the time, small businesses are scared to call an attorney because they're afraid of how much it's going to cost. And so he's kind of nailed that area where you will feel comfortable talking with an attorney and making sure that you're protecting yourself. So he's great.
Definitely. Thank you. Thanks, Rhonda, because and then, of course, we've got our friends from Meylah, MEYLAH.com. Chaitra Vidulapalli, Chaitra Dutt, is going to be with us again, talking about e-commerce. And again, how brick and mortar businesses can be successful online. You're not going to want to miss that. Hey, and then I've got a new platform. I'm actually heading out to San Francisco to sort of launch Bizapalooza on something called Sample On, and I'm really excited. They've been trying to join the Hangout, but it's just not working for them. And it's just an amazing event platform, and the guy was inspired actually by this idea of the oldest marketing idea, the oldest marketing trick in the book, right? Give stuff away for free, right? So they've developed an entire platform to take advantage of this this marketing strategy that really works. So I'm looking forward to experiencing that. We've got Sean Miller from the Celebrity CEO. He's gonna show you this other new trend of celebrity and authority and how they work together. You're not gonna want to miss that. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the other folks we have, which is Zazzle. Zazzle is going to be running a contest, so you're going to be able to get some cool Zazzle gear. There's Bizapalooza Zazzle gear that you can get also. We'll be talking more about that. And I definitely want to make sure I feature our sponsors. Day one is our feature sponsor, our headline sponsor is Marketo. I'm so thrilled. You know, I thought Marketo was going to be totally out of reach for most people, but it really isn't. It's very affordable for small business. If you're using Infusionsoft, if you're using HubSpot, you know, or if you're trying to decide amongst those two, you should really consider Marketo as well. They're a great, great sponsor. Our day two sponsor is Susan and mine's friend, client, Small Business Trends, who has just been a huge supporter of Bizapalooza and everything I do, and just a huge fan. So thank you, Small Business Trends. And day three supporter is a company you've never heard of, but you use them all the time. Small Biz Opinions. This is the ask the audience in your pocket. So we're really working on building up that community of small business owners who are going to where you ask questions, you get answers, but all in the form of real survey data, right? So it's going to be a really, really great opportunity. And so I've gone through the long list, you guys. Oh.
Wow, that's an amazing lineup. That's a lot of information. That's going to be so good. 27
speakers, right? So I'm going to check through the comments of Martin. Martin says, thanks, great that John Jantsch is going to be on here. Yes, John Jantsch is going to be on there. Yes, Mela, let's see what else. Ha. Look at that, Steve, or James, just being so silly. All right, so I don't want to take up any more of everyone's time. Thank you so much for joining us and being here. And remember to go register Bizapalooza. Please pass it on. Smallbizapalooza.com. Go register today.
And thank you, Eva, for bringing all of these amazing people together for us to all learn and learn to grow our small businesses. So we really appreciate you getting all of these people together for us. You're amazing, too.
Thanks, Rhonda. Parting words, anyone?
Ready to rock.
Rock on.
Yeah, everybody do the rock and roll thing. It's on the logo, and I don't even know how to do it right.
Rock on.
Rock on, everyone. Thank you for being on the Hangout. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Bye. Bye.